Hello, welcome back. Last time I was brought back from a short excursion into the past, and now I'm at the place they call military, and I always assume that's the map button, because in other games I play it is. There is no map button here, I have to go... Well, actually, this is the map button, sort of. It's the slider button, which also shows me a map. Only enough supplies for one shot. What are you shooting at? What am I shooting at? You're just assuming I know what I'm doing? Look at the shape of this dog. I guess it's a wiener dog, right? Woof woof. The head doesn't look right. What do those look like? I haven't seen one in a while. Progress in the flats will not be saved. The flats? What's the flats? And what do you mean by progress? Like... Okay. Whole lot of assumed context that I do not have. That context I have, yes. Okay, aliens are here. And you're fighting them. Alright. I note that it's a 4x4 grid just like this. And you give me a slider. Alright, so I had to take this entrance to get a slider. I've been to this zone from another angle before and I couldn't do anything in it. You talk so slow. I have what? Like, I don't have a job here yet. You don't know me. Ah! Run the simulation a few more times. Simulation? Okay, right, yes. So the thing on the table, of course. Okay. Ah. Well, I mean, this wire's broken, so what's that gonna do? It made a noise. I think this is permanently open now, because there clearly was a door here once. And this is how I got here once. Okay. So shortcut open. Supplies for military conflict. Alright. Anyway, let's take a slider. Am I gonna get the tools to splice wires? Maybe. Slider 1 acquired? That was a noise. Kitty is here. Alright. Kitty has been slightly moved. I'll put you back in your warm spot. There we go. Spawn paper. Uh-oh! This feels like crafting. No, this is some sort of... RTS? That's a much, much bigger uh-oh. Oh no! Oh, this is gonna be a disaster. Just so you know, calling it now. This is not going to be good. Okay. I didn't say yes, but I guess you interpreted it as... Well, I sure can't say that. The cat's in the void now. Okay. Oh, so I'm playing on the table. Alright, I got it. Yep, so... I'm already mid-disaster. It has started. Progress in the flats will not be saved. Alright, I sort of understand what that means now. Okay, so when I'm successful, we can say that was the real one. When I'm not, we can say that was just a simulation. Okay, but this was saved. Okay. No, I... Well... Okay. Can you go here? No. I don't have any adjacent tiles. I guess I'm supposed to move this. Okay. Well, here's a purple thing way down there. Gonna look around the edges first. The purple thing is moving. That's a UFO. More text I'm not allowed to read. I got a slider somehow. And no longer... Why did I get it and why was it then taken from me? The game that does not like to explain anything. Oh, paper, scissors, rock. Okay. Sure, let's try scissors this time. Alright, I guess you're a scissor bot. There's another scissor on the board. Okay, so it was paper. Yeah, so it was a little rectangle. Now it's scissored. Just like mine. So you moved there. If scissor meets scissor, then just nothing will happen. A slider appeared. I'm avoiding the smoke in case that was what reset the thing. I'm gonna take this. This time am I kicked out instantly? Yes. Why? Can I see what the... Okay, so there is paper on the board over there. So therefore I would like to spawn scissors. So now I can win the matchup. Dang. So units are still here. Defender land, something. New slider acquired, great, okay. There's a scissor over there, there's a rock over there, so one would tie, the other would defeat me. I need to change my unit, though. I guess? Or, well, use this slider, maybe? So every time I move, do those move by one? Hello, Pac-Man Ghost. Okay. So I'm talking to the other team now. Oh, hey, that's who I'm looking for. Remaining magic. Right. This is the command center. I'm not on any side. I'm just kind of here. Okay. So break that and the commander comes down? Alright. I don't know if I have the means to break it, but I guess I can take this here and see what happens. Did I do it good? No, this is going to reset again. All my units are gone, a slider is here, and I take it and the simulation resets. Not this time. Why did it before? Why isn't it now? Okay. I don't know. Okay, so there's a rock here. The scissor just went away. So I need a paper. Okay. I have a paper now. They won against the rock UFO. Perhaps I shouldn't have done that other fight if I had an option? Okay. There's a paper, there's a rock, there's a scissor. Let's fight the rock. Alright, I won against the rock. However, all I have is paper and there are no rocks left. Can I spawn a new unit, or did I have to keep I probably had to keep all three. I'm gonna get a third one available eventually. Okay, so I have to dodge the scissors. And get here. So now I have some actual tactics going on. How do they move? I think my best bet here to get that before the paper is overtaken is to go here. I could move it all the way down there and escape for a moment. I can spawn a new unit, however the problem is I have already lost my scissors. Let's get a rock. Okay? Yes. So rocks are tanks, right? If I go here, where will that scissors go? Toward the paper, probably, if it's smart. I'm gonna move it here and see if I can somehow get away with that. Yes, I can, because this could move here and do the fight, protecting the paper. Okay. Now that I'm into it, this is less of a disaster than predicted so far. Alright, paper about to defeat me. Was there a new slider? There are two of them. However, I need to protect my thing from being wiped out, I think. I want to not do any fights right now. And I was afforded that option, which is very nice. There's nothing here yet. Okay. You come here. And then go there. You come here, then get it within my range. So this is just a beach with a tent. And yeah, this is the point at which I must have scissors and I don't. So let's reset. Alright, I think I get what I'm doing now. Well, it's happening already. Yes, let's do it. You said something different. Aliens usually target the nearest robot, ties broken randomly. Okay, you knew that that information was understandable now. Unlike all these other things, but at least that one made sense. Okay. It's like information presentation order. I have some complaints. So, I know that there is a rock on the board, therefore I will make paper. I have paper, I will fight rock. That little... That's what combat sounds like. Just like that. It's very, very gentle. Alright, a scissor is there. I don't get more units for this. Wait, but when I got them... It was only from... I need to change unit type or something. Or... No, I think I get it. I misinterpreted. I didn't have to reset... So I need to create a tie. But this time that's okay because it knows it's giving me the slider, which will give me a new unit that I can actually use. Right, okay, so if at the end of a turn I have no units and I have no means to make more, that's when it automatically resets. Okay, so I was actually fine. I just didn't really have a way to know. Okay, so rock fights scissor. I get a thing. I still have a rock, there's another scissor there. One of the things I didn't go to will have given me another unit type. Okay, well, this is here. Let's make a, oh, this rock's kind of in the way. Let's make, well, something that's not rock. Scissors will do just fine. So if I just move this rock away, I probably need this rock to obliterate that rock. And it will die, yes. But there's a battle here that I will win. Let's make that happen first, just in case I can save this somehow. Just makes sense to do as much as I can before losing a unit. Alright, so new things are in places I cannot reach. Yeah, they really, really are. Okay. I'm going to put this here and walk to it. Scissors needs an escape. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and fight rock now because I was down to having to do that at some point anyway, so let's just get it done and assume it's the right action. Game doesn't immediately tell me it's not. Alright, 2 rocks and a paper and a scissors. Got a whole team here. I need to get to you. This is the best way to do that. If there are 2 rocks, then my most valuable asset is a paper. Okay, but I have some other problems here. Okay, paper's probably going to go toward scissors. But scissors probably going to go toward paper. Alright, well, if I go here, I'll have an option to do something. Oh, nothing good. I think I'm cornered. What's over here? Nothing and a rock UFO. Alright, is there any way I could escape this situation? I think there is. I go here first. No, this is wrong. The answer was no. Because the problem is this paper cannot go anywhere. If the rock goes instead of the scissors, tiebreakers are assigned randomly, so I'll roll the dice since I don't have any other options, and I did not... Well, it won the rock battle, but lost the scissors battle, and this is going to say that's unacceptable, right? It didn't say that. Well, I'll just ignore that my things are dead and explore this new place. There's nothing. Okay. And you can't escape. There's nowhere you can go. So then, well, a paper is about to fight you, so let's set up an escape route, which cannot be done. You wanted there's a slider there. Yeah, cool, but you have nowhere to go. If you stay, you die. If you go, you die. And yeah, just the story is you're dead no matter what. So you fought another scissors. I could probably move around, and these both have the same type of walls. It's alright, I gotta get to another thing. So I get this. So if slider on board, or units on board, or means to make units on board, simulation continues. Otherwise, it's done. Alright, well, I'll make a rock, I guess. That's the best choice with the current set of things. And I could even escape with this rock, so it doesn't have to actually die right away, because that did not count as a move. Except the new slider came in and blocked me, so I cannot. Okay. Alright, and I can't go and see what's actually in here before things reset. Unless this new slider gives me what I need. Well, it did. Okay, but like, I need to have everything at this point. I've already lost. I am all but certain of it. So I'm just going to prioritize exploring over doing anything else. Alright, this slider again. Right, I had access to that for a while. That's expected. Okay. I mean, if there are 3 more stations, and I can keep whoever this is alive and get to all of them, then something could happen. I might as well get as much information as I can. A new slider was acquired for some reason. Where? Was it this one? Nothing's flashing. What? Okay. What does that mean? Anyway, I'll make a scissor. Maybe even 2 of them. A pair. And as this goes on, I get less and less control over what's where. So this isn't going to give me the favorable battle. Well, it might first. It did first. Ding ding. Okay, so 2 sliders were created at once? Every UFO gives me one? Okay. I guess this is set up to be forgiving. It's just that, well... No, it's set up to string me along and make me think I have a chance of victory when I really do not. Like, there's just no plausible route to victory here. I need 1 of each. I mean, theoretically I could have up to 3 more. Up to 2 more, really, because of the... Yeah, alright, so if I move some stuff around, I can at least set up favorable conditions to win this current fight. So I might as well do that. Did I do that wrong? I had scissors on the UFO there. Mm-hmm. Okay. Alright, so I have a better idea of how to do everything, you know. So I need a paper. They fight. I get slider. I can move around while that animation is happening, sort of. Alright, so I will lose this paper. There is no avoiding that. But at least I can tie and eradicate the UFO at the same time. So, this can come here. And I want lots of escape routes. Let's tuck some things away in corners, maybe? Going to imagine that having lots of mobility in the center and just... I don't know what's going to be the best for movement, but anyway, I need a rock. I have one now, so stick to the center. That's the sound of battle. Okay, I have a rock and there is a scissors to fight, but also I can go here where there's nothing. Yep. Alright, now, defend that rock while getting to the other thing. Right, yeah, that's the thing. I no longer have any ability to take a rest of any sort. Okay. So this needs to go somewhere it won't get cornered. This is my best move. It's not, actually. If I put this here, this is my best move. Then I can manufacture scissors and take out that paper. My rock is very cornered. But everyone can survive. I bring this here. Don't pick up the slider yet. That will just reduce mobility by too much. Okay, so both of these have a 4-long corridor they can slide along. However, that means I'm not doing anything else. Alright, let's pick up the slider. Well, no, hold on. If I do this... that might not be the worst idea. Kind of depends where that goes in the board. It chose the absolute worst possible spot. Like, literally could not have been worse than that. Okay. Got it. Alright, so assume it will choose the worst possible spot. Well, no, that was the... well, sure, yes. Assume that everything will choose the worst for me. And pick a strategy that will be compatible with that. Right. Okay. Sure. Right, so you do need to be eliminated right now. I know I cannot spawn something to defeat that. That's impossible. Okay, so for traversability, it would be advantageous just for my ability to walk to put this in like the right jigsaw piece location for what makes sense here. So, I don't like this here. So I need, no, don't confirm that. I need scissors. Fight initiated. Now, these scissors have to live. And that's what is hard. Hold up. I just realized there's a tool I'm not using. Flag can be carried to an adjacent slider to move the unit. That's an important tactical feature. Does that spend a turn? I think it did? I think it did. Well, now you don't say the thing anymore. What's the mechanic? Can it only go one at a time? Well, it can slide more than one at a time, so I would assume no. Okay, so you, again, you chose the worst possible spot, pretty much. Theoretically, there might have been worse than that, but I can't think of what would have been. Okay, so maybe the idea of having that thing survive is completely infeasible. Maybe that's not the goal. Alright, so let's learn. First I can take this here. Was that a move? Yes, the rock went there. Then I'll take you here. Okay, and now I have the ability to slide you. So you're kind of cornered. Oh, I can't get there. Wait, yes I can. I can go around. Alright, that's fine. However, no wait, spawning this doesn't cost a move. Okay, I'm gonna make a rock, I guess. So there's no escape for scissors. Can I put these both together? No. Or at least not like that. Well, if there is no escape for scissors... I mean... Best I can do is just have them annihilate each other. Let's see though, what if I tried to preserve this rock instead? No, the scissors are gone. Worst possible spot again, right? I have to assume that that's what it will do. Okay, you did not move there, which would have been worse than moving here. So kind of worst possible, but not actually. Okay, so here's a chance to find out. Can I carry you across 2? No. Only one at a time. Alright, so there are no things to do here, so just you two wipe each other out. Now everything is here. And before I spawn this, I need things to move around. So this is a little more advantageous if I bring a rock. If I do this... Here we go, this is great for a rock. Okay, and I get a free move, kind of, to bring something toward me. Again, worst possible layout, so I didn't really get what I wanted exactly. That's there now. It did not give me a thing here, which was uncharacteristically nice of it. So essentially, I'm playing the game I was playing, but now with a move limit. That's kind of what's happening here. So this is going to be inescapable, I think. Kind of depends how that paper moves. No, it really does not. Yeah, oh, well, okay, so my only not strictly losing move is to do this. Alright, well, I'll take that one then. I'm starting to think the thing I wanted to do is not meant to be done. I do think it's possible, but I don't think it's necessary. So, this moment, when there's only a UFO here, is when I should rearrange things for my own traversal. So that's the actual advantage I can take. Move this. There are 2 upper right corners. Well, you know what? It'll just be 2 upper right corners. Those are all centers. Okay. And that thing you're in is new. Oh, there's a spawner here. Okay. Well, let's make scissors. Yes. And then I don't even know what I need to make there, so I'm going to force you to take a turn. The way I will do that is moving this here. Giving the scissors at least some room to move. Paper's coming. Great, it's coming toward my scissors. And it will arrive before the other scissors do. Okay? Over here is closest to rock, so I will make paper. There are 2 rocks to take out. There's 2 papers to take out. Okay, so I'm going to spawn this. And actions I desire. I want to get my scissors toward this paper. Or that paper toward these rocks. So I'm going to carry this paper north twice. That scissor will get to it probably. Okay, so I might do something a little different, but I want to carry this north. Oh, right, you had to move onto the board first. Okay, so I have another move. Gonna use that to get farther from this paper. Or open an escape route for those scissors. Yeah, this is a better move, actually. Now, a paper could wipe out my paper, and it probably will. I can't save both, but what I can do is attack Ra. No, I'm kind of stuck. Alright, I can buy myself a moment, sacrifice my scissors to fight the other scissors. Like, yeah, you can't strictly lose a battle. The only loss for you is... Actually, that's true for both of you. If I put this down here, the paper would go here, the scissors would go I don't know where, and I would lose my chance to kill this rock. But this paper would die no matter what if the scissors went down here, and the rock might? Actually, the rock would move here. So the question is order of operations. So the worst for me if I move these scissors down... hold on, what if I just collect sliders? I may lose ability to move, but I might gain something. I think I can walk to that? No, I cannot. Alright, well, and moving this down won't give me that ability either. Alright, well, that's my best move, and it worked out. Way better than it should have. Okay. Random tiebreaker. Coin flip in my favor. Not a good way to win. But if it works, I guess I have to take it. Okay, so now, it'd be great if I could preserve you, but I have nothing that can kill, so... The only way that would happen is if I could goad you along until I build a rock here, and then bring you to it somehow. To move us to adjacent tiles. Well, I have to at least try. If I try, though, that might mean I lose this paper, so better... Hi? Last supply drop should be coming soon. Use it well. Okay. Alright, oh, look at this impossible to get into cave that I can literally just walk to. Okay. Shlarmbok. Alright. Game's doing that thing again where I move all funny. Okay, so I'm making a rock here just so I'll have one of each for a turn, I guess. There is no possible way to get this rock to that scissors. If I move this here, your best move is to go there and then end up with the paper. If you instead went here... Yeah, there's no route that avoids a fight. So I will just take the fight that is least bad. Oh, that noise is new things spawning. Okay. And it just goes on forever. So to win some of these battles, I should probably move this paper to the right and the rock down? I think I can move the rock first. That's more convenient anyway. Okay, that worked the way I wanted it to. Paper goes here. Paper battles rock and wins. And now I pretty much lose everything. So the best I can do is maybe those two papers will fight, and this can win against scissors. Didn't get a new slider, of course. Okay, that's my rock and that paper. Okay, my rock fights this scissors. And then that's the end. So, alright, I do need to do what I thought I needed to do. Yeah, wouldn't that be nice? Sure. Okay. Do I want to do this again? No, not now. Alright, the game has been understood, but, like... I need to win some coin flips or something more than coin flips. Like, this is a matter of doing the same thing until things work out in my favor, because I don't get control over the variables that determine my victory. Some of them. Like, I can play perfectly and still be cornered here. So, alright, it's going to be a matter of continuing to play this and waiting until things go in my favor. Maybe that's not true. I can't prove it from here right now. But that's what it seems like as far as everything that I've seen. Alright, so play a few more games optimally, and eventually odds will come up in my favor and I'll win. Not going to be satisfying, but that's how it goes. Alright, see you next time for that.